Hi, hello, my little teddy bears, and welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Mindy, and I have no idea what I'm doing. If you watched last week's video, I said at the end to come back to see me cut up a teddy bear, and that's exactly what we're doing today. This is Bears to Fur. I have had Bears to Fur for quite some time, but he's huge. He's massive. He usually only comes out when we go on vacation. I set him up on the bed so the cats have like something to cuddle with. But I don't think that's very fair that Bears to Fur spends most of his time in the closet. He's just too massive, really, to put him anywhere else. So I think I'm going to give him a new lease on life and turn him into a much smaller bear. Bears to Fur is on the operating table. I think the first step is to take him apart and wash the fabric. I don't know. I'm having like mixed feelings about cutting him. Okay, I found a seam around his neck. So I think I'm just going to rip that and just start there. Just start with the head. I just realized I didn't give him any sedatives. I hope he doesn't feel this.
I am a surgeon.
Okay, so his head's gone. I'm going to start putting the stuffing in this bag and just keep going. He's empty. My table looks like a crime scene, but I've cut up all the pieces. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the washing machine, and I will be back. Hello, it is a new day. I have my fabric, it's all been washed. I have my pattern. I cut it out already. I'm using the How Joyful Bear pattern. I'll link it down below. It was free, that's why I picked it. So my next step, oh my goodness. My next step is to trace the pattern onto the fabric, but I don't have a fabric pencil or a fabric pen. So I'm going to have to do a few tests to see if like a pencil is going to work best, maybe just a regular pen. I also have a charcoal pencil. I'm going to test it out real quick. Right. So this one is the pencil. This one is from the pen, and this is the charcoal pencil. I think I'm going to use the pen because the pencil, I had to go over it a few times to get it dark enough. And the charcoal pencil, while it was very smooth, it just kept breaking. So I think pen is going to be the best. And I did check. You can't see it on the other side. So it's there, but not all the way through. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think you need to see me trace a pattern. So, oh my God. I feel dumb. Alrighty, so I've got my pieces here. I've traced them and I've cut them out. I did run into a slight, oh God. I did run into a slight issue. I didn't have enough fabric for all of the cuts I need. Thankfully, I'm just missing one, but I think it's a little bit crazy that that bear was so huge and I'm trying to make a bear that's maybe like a fourth of its size, and there wasn't enough fabric. That's okay. We move on. I have some pieces, some cut pieces here, and if I sew these two together, it's just big enough to make the last piece I need. Thankfully, it's a back piece, so even if there's a seam showing, it's on the back, so it's not too much of a problem. So I think now I'm just going to get my sewing machine out and start sewing. Okay, also, I just noticed this. There is fuzz everywhere. I have the machine out. I sewed together these two pieces. Looks good. Perfect. Um, I will try to find an angle so you can watch a little bit, but if I just do the top down, it's really just going to look like this, and you can't really see anything. So I'm going to see if I can find, an angle to give you a little bit of what's going on. Also, I have no idea what I'm doing actually, and thankfully, this particular pattern also has like a how-to video. So I'm gonna watch that and then get started. Sorry, I look a bit of a mess. So I have kind of completed the, hold on. I've completed the front part of the head. This is the nose. And before we move on, we have to attach the eyes. I really want to use the eyes from Bears to Fur. I know they're massive, but I think it would just keep the soul of the bear. So I'm going to go ahead and pop his little eyes out and put it on the new one. It's terrifying. Alrighty, so we're close to the end, I would say. I've got the head made. We have the front half of the body and the back half. So now I just need to sew these two together, and there is one more part that needs to get sewn on. There is shedding everywhere. But yes, so the last thing I need to do is just attach these and the head and this last part and then fill it with stuffing. Yeah, so I'll see you in a minute. So we've got the the body. The body. I messed up a little bit. I was watching the video and I thought that this section was going to be on the bottom. So it was supposed to be the polka dots on the bottom of the feet, but now it's like the toes. It's still pretty cute. And we've got the head. So I've put the sewing machine away because I think in order to attach the head to the body, I'm going to have to hand stitch it. So now the only thing left to do is to stuff the bear and then put the head on. owl. Oh no. He's done. Oh, so cute. Little Bearsifer Jr. I think even with his feet being a little messed up, it's still super cute. I'm really excited that now he's small, so he can stay. He can stay out. He doesn't have to be locked away in the closet. Um, I think the pattern was really easy to follow. Yeah, I downside, I would never in my life ever again use this fabric to make anything ever. It's like stuck in my teeth, in my lips, it's in my nose, it's in my mouth, it's in my eyes, it's on my shirt, it's on my pants. The floor is a disaster. So never again with this fabric. But the pattern and making a little teddy bear, so cute. Big thank you to everyone for watching. I put out new videos every Thursday, so come back next week to see if I've died of microplastic inhalation. Bye.